Hello, I'm Nikos Karydis, architect and architectural historian, senior lecturer at the University of Kent.
And I'm Cassandra Harrington, a historian of art and material culture. This conservation plan for the Church of Our Lady of Grace in Charlton was commissioned at a pivotal time. As we speak, the future management of the church is uncertain and its significance is elusive. Our first step was to draft a heritage statement. This revealed that Our Lady of Grace constitutes a landmark of international importance. It was commissioned by previously unknown, important patrons. It was designed by a prominent French architect. It pioneered the use of reinforced concrete in ecclesiastical architecture. Such a building needs a solid framework for preserving its value. This conservation strategy provides such a framework. It starts from an assessment of threats and opportunities, articulates a new vision for the use of the site, and offers guidance for future conservation efforts.
This plan recognizes that the church is part of a larger historical precinct that includes the Regency-era Highcombe House and the 1920s Parish Hall, altogether make a site of exceptional quality and diversity. Our approach to this unique site was based on site surveys conducted in June and July 2025 and consultations with members of the Our Lady of Grace Parish Buildings Preservation Trust. We also studied local planning policy and collected information from similar heritage sites. The resulting document is intended to inform ongoing discussions and serve as a foundation for future, more detailed studies. Having served the community for nearly 120 years, the Church of Our Lady of Grace faces significant threats to its preservation. The most obvious structural issue is the cracking of the reinforced concrete nave barrel vault and its brick ribs. A 2022 survey found that many of the cracks are in previously repaired areas and are associated with damp. This same survey also noted dark brown staining, which could indicate corroded reinforcement. These issues are consistent with ongoing water ingress from the roof. The church's roof covering is indeed in poor condition, with slipped slates that do not properly overlap, leading to moisture penetration that affects the vault below. Previous alterations have negatively impacted the building's significance. The addition of the tribune gallery in the 1920s partially obscures the original lateral colonnades and disrupts the architectural rhythm of the nave. The repairs and extensions of 1958-59 led to the loss of original paving, railings, and sculpture. Adding porches east and west, they diminished the legibility of the original building envelope.
The current decorative scheme, likely from the 1980s, uses strong colour contrasts that conceal original details and break the unity of the design. Comparing this historical photo on the right of the original sanctuary with the current view of the same space shows the results of the alterations: loss of original tones, additions of non-original contrasts, and most importantly, the loss of the ashlar scoring that once unified so gracefully the various decorative elements of the interior. All of these interventions added together reduce the readability of the original design by Eugene Gervais, compromising our ability to grasp the architectural value of the church.
Uncertainty about the site's ownership and management also poses a serious threat. The Augustinians of the Assumption, who own the site, have communicated a two-phase proposal to the Archdiocese of Southwark to resume direct control, including the cessation of the parish's use of Highcombe House and the church building itself. This potential functional separation would make it difficult to use ancillary buildings to generate income for the church, hindering its future preservation. Finally, the church currently lacks statutory protection. It's not listed, and it's not part of a conservation area. This leaves the church vulnerable to unsympathetic alteration and neglect. While a new listing application was submitted in July 2025, the absence of protection currently reduces oversight and restricts access to heritage funding.
But it's not all bleak. We have also identified several opportunities to address these threats and ensure the site's long-term future. The first opportunity lies in supportive national and local planning policies. Although not yet listed, the church is adjacent to the listed Highcombe House. It should therefore be taken into account in developmental proposals. These policies also encourage finding compatible uses for heritage assets that are consistent with their conservation. A second opportunity lies 1 kilometre to the north of Our Lady of Grace, the planned redevelopment of the Charlton Riverside Industrial Zone, which is expected to bring new homes and amenities, opening Charlton's access to the water. This development could enhance the visibility of the church and increase engagement with a broader public attracted by the new favourable conditions near our site.
Absolutely. And another positive aspect is that the church constitutes a case of living heritage. The site continues to serve a vibrant Catholic community, with the church, presbytery, and parish hall all in regular use. The parish hall, for example, hosts a wide range of community activities. However, use of both the hall and its adjacent Highcombe House has declined, and their spaces are not used to their full potential. There is an opportunity to expand the functions of these buildings to include new, suitable, income-generating activities. Finally, the recently established Our Lady of Grace Buildings Preservation Trust is a promising development. The Trust has already secured some funding and has plans to apply for further grants. The Trust has also developed a multifaceted framework for the management of the site. It's the Trust that commissioned the present plan, which has renewed understanding of the site's significance, providing fresh momentum for conservation.
There are many promising aspects: favourable planning policies, nearby regeneration and heritage networks, local management capacity, and recently discovered value. All of these opportunities provide a strong foundation for coordinated reuse strategies across the entire site.
To address these challenges and capitalize on the opportunities we've identified, the strategy proposes a new, holistic vision for the site. Let us call the site the Precinct of Our Lady of Grace, an ensemble including the church, the presbytery, Highcombe House, the parish hall, and the open spaces, the forecourt and the historic garden. This unique ensemble occupies a strategic location in Greenwich. It lies at the intersection of two axes. The east-west axis connects the Greenwich UNESCO World Heritage Site with Charlton House, and the north-south axis links the heart of Charlton with the riverfront currently under regeneration. Lying at the crossroads of these two axes, the site has major potential.
Coordinated action and a diverse toolkit are necessary to address its multifaceted heritage and realise its full potential. The tools we need to use include the repair of the church itself, adaptive reuse of its ancillary buildings, open space enhancements, and the reinstatement of lost features.
Let us start from the repair of the church itself. The repair policy we propose is based on the principle of minimal intervention and the use of like-for-like compatible materials. The first priority, of course, is to address water ingress from the nave roof by addressing the slate slippage that is causing it. This should be followed by detailed assessment and consolidation of the reinforced concrete nave vaults. Subsequent repairs and maintenance will focus on addressing cracks in the external walls and ensuring rainwater systems are clear.
The plan also includes a reuse policy. This is informed by successful case studies of other heritage buildings. These can highlight how heritage church-related buildings can retain their character while accommodating charitable, educational, and revenue-generating uses. St Margaret's House in Bethnal Green is particularly interesting in this regard. This Victorian mission house has been repurposed as a charity-led hub with co-working, event spaces, cafe, wellness studio, and a gallery. Income streams from hires, cafe, and partnerships support social and arts programming. This shows how historic buildings can adapt into vibrant multi-use hubs while retaining identity, offering a model relevant to Highcombe House. Another, Hunton Village Hall, was built around the same time as the Parish Hall of Our Lady of Grace. This is a timber-roofed parish hall serving weddings, school events, sports and community functions with a capacity of around 170 people. Income from hires sustains upkeep of the hall and its nearby church.
As for the church itself, its architectural presence and acoustics make it suitable for exhibitions and low-impact cultural events like classical music concerts. These should adapt, of course, to the current conditions without disrupting the liturgical furniture. Highcombe House could be adapted for new uses such as heritage interpretation space, office rentals for charities, or a nursery on the ground floor. The parish hall, now under use, could be refurbished as a flexible community space or indeed transformed into a coffee shop, which would also activate the adjacent forecourt. Our conservation strategy document provides further details on these ideas.
Finally, we have outlined potential future interventions to support these uses. Documenting and reinstating the church's original decorative scheme as of 1906 would help recapture a key aspect of its lost significance.
And transforming the parish hall into a community hub or a coffee shop, as we just mentioned, could be enhanced by demolishing its recent western extension, opening its key space to the forecourt, activating this underused open space. The introduction of new uses into Highcombe House would require minimal intervention, retaining the building's domestic character. However, it may be worth restoring one of its rooms to its original appearance, based on thorough documentation, along the lines discussed in one of the appendices to our plan. Restoring the house's historic garden and connecting it to the nearby school is also crucial for infusing new life into the site. Having already considered some of these interventions, the Trust is exploring adaptive reuse proposals further afield, as for instance in the nearby 1920s school building.
In conclusion, this conservation strategy provides a framework for the preservation of Our Lady of Grace and its associated buildings. We would like to emphasize the importance of treating the site as a unified ensemble. Continued collaboration between all key stakeholders, including the Augustinians of the Assumption, the Archdiocese of Southwark, and the newly formed Preservation Trust, is also essential. By addressing urgent repairs and implementing a sustainable reuse policy, the precinct can remain a vibrant place of worship, heritage, and service for generations to come.